Traveling the world can feel like unlocking levels in a game. Some doors opens easily, whereas others also need some special keys. So if you are UAE resident holding an Emirates ID, you already have a powerful access card in your wallet. So while the Emirates ID is not a passport, it also offers surprisingly travel advantages that many residents don't fully explore. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the countries you can travel to with an Emirates ID without you needing a visa. So make sure to watch this video to the end, as it is going to be very detailed and informative. So stay tuned, I'll be back shortly. Alright guys, so welcome back to the channel. It's adija.com. Over here, what we do is we give you detailed information regarding the travel and tour industry, from visa applications to your various destination countries, whether for study, visit or business. This is the right platform that you should subscribe to. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell notification button, as you are going to be notified on the subsequent videos that I will be uploading. So back to the topic for today. Alright, so before we go to the visa-free countries for Emirates ID holders, now let's understand the Emirates ID, what it is about, or what the Emirates ID is. So first of all, what is an Emirates ID? An Emirates ID is an official identification card issued to the UAE or United Arab citizens and residents. So it proves your legal residency status and also contains biometric data, making it one of the most secure IDs in the world, right? So let's look at the difference between the Emirates ID and then UAE passport. So here is the big distinction. A passport shows your nationality, whilst an Emirates ID shows your residency. So visa-free travel benefits depend primarily on your passport, but the Emirates ID can unlock extra privileges or simplified entry in certain countries, right? So one may ask why Emirates ID matters for travel. So think of the Emirates ID as a VIP pass. It doesn't replace your passport. However, it can speed up things, reduce paperwork, or grant visa on arrival access where others might need visas prior to their travel. Right, so can Emirates ID holders travel without a visa? So let's look at the discrepancies between visa free or visa on arrival with regards to the Emirates ID. So visa free travel means you enter without applying for a visa, whilst visa on arrival means you get a visa at the airport or border. So many countries extend one of these options to UAE residents, right? So before you can travel with this Emirates ID, your Emirates ID must be valid, and you should, or you usually need, a minimum UAE residency validity, mostly between 3 to 6 months, right, or more. Now let's clear the myth. If passport is still required, you cannot travel internationally with only an Emirates ID. Your passport is always required. So you can travel alongside with the Emirates ID, and then you can, be allowed access into the country. So let's look at some of the benefits of visa-free travel for Emirates ID holders. Now it is time saving, as you don't have to visit embassy, no long forms, or you joining queues for visa acquisition. It is just you book, park and go, right? And then also it is cost reduction. Skipping visa fees can save anywhere from $50 to $300 per trip, and that's money better spent on experiences, right? So spontaneous weekend travel trips become realistic, perfect for busy professionals and family. So when you are having an Emirates ID, these are the benefits that you can enjoy when you are moving or traveling around. Let's look at some of the visa-free countries Emirates ID holders can travel to without needing a visa. So first of all, as United Arab Emirates is within the Gulf region, now we are going to start with the Gulf Cooperation Council, or the GCC countries, or the countries within the Gulf region. So first on the list is Oman. Over here, UAE residents enjoy visa-free or very easy entry, especially for short visits. We also have countries like Saudi Arabia. Many UAE residents qualify for visa on arrival or simplified e-visa processes. We also have country like Qatar, often offers a visa-free or visa on arrival access for UAE residents. We have Bahrain, and then this has short stays, usually hassle-free for Emirates ID holders. We also have country like Kuwait, which offers visa on arrival and is commonly available depending on your nationality, right? So now let's jump over and then we go to Asian countries that offers visa free or easier access. We have country like Georgia, and it is one of the most popular destinations UAE residents can enter free for up to 90 days. We have Maldives. They offer visa on arrival and then making it a dream tropical escape for UAE or Emirates ID holders. We also have country like Sri Lanka. They have a simplified online ETA or visa on arrival for UAE residents. And then so let's look at the condition and length of stay in this country. So always make sure to confirm your stay limit, usually between 30 to 90 days, before you can travel to this destination countries in Asia. Now let's move straight to countries in Africa, right, that offers visa free or simplified entry for UAE or United Arab Emirates ID holders. So we have country first on the list is Seychelles, which offers visa free entry for all travelers including UAE residents. And then also there's a country like Mauritius, which offers visa free access with proof of accommodation and return ticket for Emirates ID holders. We have Rwanda that offers visa on arrival for UAE residents. So make sure to have your yellow fever vaccination certificate and onward ticket and then proof of accommodation, as they may be required prior to your entry. Right, now let's move straight to countries within Europe that Emirates ID holders can also travel to. We have country like Albania, seasonally visa free for UAE residents, especially during the summer. So if you are in the UAE and then you would like to explore the beautiful city of or the beautiful country of Albania, then make sure to plan your trip within summer, as you can get visa free as an Emirates ID holder. So next is Serbia. They offer visa free or visa on arrival access in many cases. So make sure to check from their website, and then you know the conditions that you might or you must meet before you can travel, whether visa free or visa on arrival. Let's move to countries in the Middle East. So in the Middle East, we have country like Jordan, which offers visa on arrival for UAE residents. We have Lebanon. They also offer visa on arrival under specific conditions. Make sure that airport entry is usually smoother than land borders, so always make sure to travel by airport, and then you can have smooth entry into their country. Let's look at some of the visa on arrival countries for Emirates ID holders. So we have Thailand, we have Indonesia, we have Armenia. So all these countries offers a stay period that ranges between 14 days to 60 days with small fees. So make sure to check on the individual countries that you would be visiting to know how much you are supposed to have on you, so you can get your visa on arrival at their port of entry. Now let's proceed further to countries that offers e-visa benefits to Emirates ID holders. So we have country like Turkey. UAE resident can apply for an e-visa online in minutes. We have country like Azerbaijan, and remember, you have to apply at least 1 week before travel to avoid delays and inconveniences. Before you travel to these countries, we have these basic requirements that you need to meet. You have a passport, and then it should be valid at least 6 months before expiry, right? And then also you need to have a return ticket and accommodation proof. Well, these are non-negotiable at many borders, as you would have to provide proof that you have a place that you are going to stay, and then you also have a return ticket to your home country or where you are traveling from. And then also in some instances you might need a travel insurance, so it is not that mandatory. However, it is recommended to have a travel insurance to cover your trip in case of any inconveniences with regards to health, luggage loss, and so on and so forth. So these are the countries that offers visa free and then visa on arrival to Emirates ID holders. Now let's look at some of the misconceptions about Emirates ID, or common misconceptions about Emirates ID travel. Now, as I said earlier, Emirates ID alone is not enough. You're still going to need a passport to attach it. So always carry your passport along with it. And then all nationalities get the same benefits. So benefits vary widely based on passport nationality. Right. So before you can travel, make sure that you attach your passport to the Emirates ID, and then depending on the passport or where you are coming from, you are going to get some benefits, and it is going to be varied, right? So bear in mind and then take note of this. And then your passport is still the main decision maker, so make sure that your passport that you are having is going to determine whether to be allowed entry or not. So take note of this. Let's look at some of the tips to maximize visa free travel. First is keep your documents updated, right? For instance, expired IDs, make sure to have it renewed, and then as expired ones can render you inadmissible, right? And then also check embassy updates, because rules often change as time goes on. So make sure to check with the embassy or the country that you are traveling to, so you can know the rules and regulations that are being required from you before you travel. And then also you need to plan short trips smartly. Visa free stays are usually short, so you don't have to overstay, and as this might ruin your visa free travel. So make sure to always stay for a shorter period of time, and then you move back to the UAE, right? So holding an Emirates ID is like having a fast pass for global travel, but only if you know how to use it wisely. While it doesn't replace your passport, it opens doors, simplifies processes, and then also saves time and money. So with proper planning, updated documents, and awareness of rules, the world becomes a lot more accessible for UAE residents. And this brings us to the end of today's video. If you are impressed with this video, kindly give me a like, subscribe to the channel. Let me know the country that you are traveling to with your Emirates ID. So as far as this year is concerned, make sure to at least travel and then have more exposure from other countries, right? So subscribe to the channel. It's adeja.com, and thanks so much for being along with me throughout this journey. Peace out.